Welcome to the Insomniac Soup live stream, where
Hi,
we
what's
will
up?
tend to go off the rails at will.
Are there rails?
Today
I'm just
is
wondering.
no, there are no rails here. Today's date is still currently February 12th, 2023. So we'll be bringing it into February 13th, the day before that
Really?
made up holiday from Hallmark.
Hey,
Yes,
you
I'm,
know
I'm
what?
going,
It
talking
doesn't
about
matter
you,
if it's a
Valentine's
made-up
Day.
holiday or not. It doesn't matter if it's a made-up holiday or not. I actually have a date.
Holy shit. Mr. CCDV, he going after the punani. he's going for a date. Sorry, I'm just guy jokes. Yeah, I'm toxic
Hey,
male,
right.
guys. I mean, look at this avatar. Toxic
channel.
man, toxic masculinity at its finest.
The poll
That's who we
on
have.
Deej's channel said it was 80% chance that I'll be single Tuesday night, so I'm okay with that.
Oh, shit. With us, we have from across the pond, Carlo Albanese saying, praise the soup. And we got Big Steve saying, back already. You're goddamn right, because I can. Therefore, I do. He accomplished that. Nothing, but that's okay. He's I'm sure you're good at something, Big Steve. Everybody's good at something, and that doesn't make you a failure.
Correct. I'm very, very good at sitting.
You're only a failure if you deem yourself a failure, but you're not a failure, Big Steve. You're here. You're awesome. Monkey Jeebus, what's going on? Saying, hey guys, what's up, Monkey Jeebus? This stream a video? It will be a video when it completes. Right now, it's just your run-of-the-mill average live stream. Don't pay attention. Well, that's just fine, Big Steve, because like our friend Admiral Doom, this is kind of short attention span at its finest. Short attention span theater. It's on the Big Steve was talking about he doesn't pay attention, but that's okay.
I'm sorry, what did you say? Oh, look, puppies.
Squirrel! Squirrel! Damn it.
Go away, pussycat.
Not a sponsor. Yeah. Through it. And newsflash, yes. The Kansas City Chiefs win the Super Bowl. Personally, I believe, Philly was robbed. Got a holding call. Bullshit.
Really?
It was just
that? Bullshit.
It's full. It's a contact sport. It's a contact fucking sport.
You're not allowed to hold.
A little touching is not holding. And they were called. And the refs fucked it over and gave the Chiefs the edge. And then they have that Patrick Holmes guy.
Even Thomas Potts knows it wasn't a bad call. I didn't even watch the game, and
horse shit.
Bad call.
It was a bad call. It was a bad call, Thomas Potts. How dare you, Thomas Potts? All right.
Well, Philadelphia doesn't deserve a Super Bowl win anyway, so shut up.
More so than the damn Chiefs.
They're burning Philadelphia down as we speak, so let them burn Philadelphia down.
Oh. but it's a city of brotherly love, man.
I know
mean-
it was the very first capital of the United States. I'm fully aware of what it was. It ain't that anymore.
Yeah, and that's where Rocky's from, Philadelphia. Fresh Prince of Bel-Air in West Philadelphia, born and raised.
On the
Oh,
playground is where I
crap.
spent most of my days.
Hmm?
What am
Anyway.
I not close enough to the microphone or something?
Eh?
Hold on,
What?
let's see if I can fix something. I don't know what. the
No,
hell's
we hear
happening.
you. We hear
Yeah,
you loud and clear, Mr. CCTV. Jeez.
Mic volume automatically adjust.
We
mic volume
hear
there
you.
instead of there. Now, can you hear me now?
No. What? No. Just fucking with you.
They would have rioted if they had won. Yes, well, they're rioting because they lost. So apparently that's an excuse. Belch. Apparently it's an excuse to burn down your city every time your sports team doesn't do something or does do something. I'm so confused. It's an excuse to go out and steal stuff and burn stuff down. So I don't even want to hear about it.
Yeah,
Everybody's
but
like,
you've
blah,
never.
blah blah. They're doing this and that and the other thing. Yeah, well, they always do this and that and the other thing.
Have you ever been a fan of any sports whatsoever and followed it?
Yes,
Have you?
of course I have.
Have you ever loved a team?
Sports stuff. Okay, water polo. The Italians don't burn down their cities when the water polo team wins.
Water polo. That's no stinking sport. Water polo. Get out of here. Get out of here with your water polo, Mr. CCTV.
You've never played water polo then, if you don't think it's a sport.
You pansy. You're
bet
fired.
You couldn't even swim across a pool, let alone swim back and forth for 40 minutes.
Could you right now?
Not right this second, no.
But, hey, if you can't,
I think
if you can talk the talk, you better know how to walk the walk, buddy.
Hey, the last time I played was in 2012, and that was in Qatar. And I was the only one on my team that actually made a goal. The other team slapped me down and let everybody else just paddle around in the pool for a while. But yeah, I had a good time.
Did you?
They didn't expect me to be able to make a goal, right? Like I got the water polo ball and I swam it down, and we only did half the pool. We didn't do the entire length of the pool. So it wasn't the full 25 meters. It was only 10 meters across. So I swam it down and I did the whole scissor kick, and I lifted myself up out of the water and I threw the thing into the goal. And they were like, "Oh, you got 1 point." And that's all we got. Just 1 point the entire time. I mean, this is a team I put together. This is a team I put together out of, Army, Air Force, Navy. We had one Marine, right? And he was the other one who could swim. But everybody else on the team was like, yep. I'm just going to hold on to the side of the pool here. I'm like, okay, that's fine.
Welcome, Tony Nasser, to the chat. What's up, Tony Nasser? Good to see you.
I did not score in my own goal, Thomas Potts. How dare you suggest such a thing? Although I did put a lot of goalies in the goal, and they just let the balls go by. I mean, honestly, if you're going to be in a pool with a bunch of men swimming after each other, you probably should just let the balls go by. To be perfectly honest with you.
So, you would honestly say in your lifetime you've had a lot of balls fly towards your head?
You know, to be perfectly honest with you, yes, I have had lots of balls swung at my head. Yeah.
He had balls swinging at his head.
I ain't embarrassed to say it. If you've ever played sports ball yourself, then you know that you've got balls swinging at your head no matter what you do.
Well, I played ball sports before. Football.
I need another beer.
American football, not that soccer shit that's called football.
Not that soccer shit. American
Not that
football.
soccer shit. American football, you know.
I'll be right back.
When the ball falls to the ground, you know, it's called a fumble, fumbleia, fumble scare. Yeah. That's right, Thomas Potts. Hockey does not have any balls. They have pucks. They have pucks, Thomas. It's played on ice. We have sticks and pucks. Had egg, not football. What, Tony? Oh, shit. Well, another week has gone by, and let's see.
It was the 14th.
There's, what? Unless there's 2 weeks and 3 days remaining to the year. Hey, pop culture curator. Good to see ya.
What'd you say? 2 weeks and 3 days to the year?
To the month. To the month.
I was gonna say, I do believe your math is a little off there.
If I said year, I meant month. Okay, jeez. Sue me, Mr. CCD. I meant month.
That's cool. I don't mind getting paid a few days early.
All right. I goofed. I freaking goofed. I said the wrong thing when I was thinking the wrong thing, but I meant month.
I hate it when you think the wrong thing. I sink the wrong thing all the time. Every time I take a bath, I sink. Wait, no. I said that wrong. Did I say that? No,
well, 2023 is going by fast.
I give up.
Just wait.
February.
Next year we get a leap year. An extra day in February. Next year.
And I have a date. I have a date on Tuesday. Isn't that exciting?
Oh God, here we go again.
No, I guess.
Congratulations on your oh, you mean
my impending
you
dump?
Got a date.
Yeah,
you mean you got a John? Are you doing tricks now, Mr. CCDV?
Hey, I don't have a John. I am the John.
Let the privy be known as John's.
What is that? That's Robin Hood Men in Tights.
Yes.
Yes.
Thought you would get it.
I got it right. Mel Brooks. That is almost finest.
Yeah,
not quite. Not quite.
History of the World. When does that come out? I think that comes out. Does it come out this month?
Thank you, pop culture curator. I really appreciate that. Putting the cabinets all along one wall and putting the refrigerator into the actual cooking space. I'm still getting used to going to the refrigerator in my kitchen instead of in my dining room, and I have plenty of room on the second set of cabinets that I put into the dining room. I still need to make a door for it, and I still need to make a drawer for it. I just didn't feel like doing that this weekend, so I'll get that taken care of. And then I got to knock the wall out and expand the dining room all the way open. So it's a full kitchen, dining room, open suite thing, whatever they call it. Yep. There you go. Yep. So I got more work to do and a couple more trips to the dump.
The dump?
I am, yeah. I'm going to stay in Arizona. I don't feel like moving back to California.
Who wants to live in California? Anybody just get up out of bed and say, I want to move to California today. What?
My uncle was depressed. Okay, after my aunt died, my uncle was depressed, and so the 6 or 7 months that I was there with him, he got out of his depression and started doing things around the house again. So all good stuff. And now he doesn't need me anymore. So that's a good thing. That means I get to live in my own house. And I like that. I also get to live where it snows and it's cold in the middle of the night instead of blazing hot, even in the wintertime. Blazing hot there. It sucked.
Yeah, well, that's what happens when you live in the fucking desert. It gets hot. It gets hot, man. Really?
Well, oddly enough, it was fairly high elevation near Yosemite National Park. And so it wasn't that bad. But yeah, in the middle of the night in the wintertime and you're still sweating, it's like, okay, that's enough. I'm done. I need to go away.
So there was during the Super Bowl, there was a preview for what's it called? The Flash. You know, that freaking Ezra Miller. The best part, I'm told, was when Michael Keaton Batman showed up in the trailer.
Really?
Hooray for Michael Keaton.
And so this movie is supposed to be Flashpoint? I mean, I don't understand that. This is ridiculous.
He plays the Flash from DC Comics.
No, I know Ezra Miller plays the Flash. I get that. Okay. But why would Michael Keaton's Batman show up if it weren't for, some kind of Flashpoint paradox that they're trying to do in this movie?
I have no freaking clue, and I didn't watch the trailer yet.
Okay, so it is meant to be
I'm going to.
Thank you, Tony Nasser. Okay. So the Flashpoint paradox is what happens in this movie. That's why Michael Keaton's in it. Well, that's fine. Maybe he can actually get Ezra Miller to act.
Fuck that guy. Ezra Miller is a fucking asshole. He should be.
I don't care.
Canceled.
I don't watch pop culture news. Maybe I should. Maybe I should start watching pop culture news. Apparently, Ezra Miller is not a good guy. Yeah? Yes or no? I'm confused.
Nope. He's a douchebag.
I don't care. He got paid enough to be.
You didn't see the footage of him throwing that lady against the wall and screaming at her? What only assholes? Severe assholes.
Well, why would I watch that? Why would I be interested?
Because it was viral. I mean, where you been living? Under a rock, man?
No.
Just because you live on a rock doesn't mean you have to be living under a rock.
I'm back in Arizona where I belong. I'm happy here.
You and your mountain.
Anyway, what I was saying is he got paid enough from that movie that he did, the thing with the Snyder Superman.
The Snyderverse. Yes.
Whatever. He got paid enough to live for the rest of his life as a regular human being without ever having to pay for another thing again in his entire life. And the dipshit
What was his
goes
name
and
of that?
spends it all and then gets pissed off at other people for trying to get his autograph. Fuck him. I don't care. I mean, I have no idea what you're talking about. I've never heard of this Ezra Miller feller.
Apparently, it was one of those actor persons who pretend to be other
The actor
people and
persons? Yeah.
get ridiculous high paychecks for a couple hours of
Thank you, Johnny
pretending to
Nasser.
be
I
somebody
assumed
else.
that because what's his name, Batman, is in it, that it would not be the comic-based Flashpoint, where he went back to save his mother and then didn't have his powers and then had to go and get Bruce Wayne's dad to
Hello, Mark the Infinitely Tired.
make him the Flash again and all that stuff. Yeah, the Flashpoint comic is a hell of a lot better than what I expect this movie's going to be.
Hello, guys.
There's hello.
What's up, pop culture?
How you guys doing? I had to mention I'm aware of the Flashpoint story, which is a really good story because I'm a big Flash fan. I used to read the comics. I used to, in fact, I'm a big fan of the '90s series. And this new Flash looks like crap. The trailer looks terrible, but that's just my opinion. First of all, I don't like the actor at all because we all know how nasty he is. But second of all, Barry Allen, the character, is not a goofy, strange, feminine teenage boy looking kind of goth beta cuck. I'm not really sure the kind of character he's supposed to be playing, but Barry Allen's a man, and he's a police investigator, and he's masculine. He actually has something that Ezra Miller does not have, and that's testosterone. So this is nothing. This has nothing to do with the Flash, and the only reason why we're getting it is because obviously we all know the Warner Brothers spent so much money out they can't afford to cancel it like they did the other properties. And unfortunately, it has the horrible new Supergirl in it.
Oh God!
Oh
Absolutely.
boy!
Yo, yeah.
I can't wait to see Supergirl. You know,
Isn't that the one that was directed by Kevin Smith, the TV show?
No. This is a new one. She's got black hair, and we also. Did you guys see the sneak photos that leaked to the web where she has like these fake abs under her suit and stuff?
I've been told that she's a carpenter's dream.
I'm not surprised. Not surprised at all.
I
Guess
don't
what?
know if that's true or not, but
Well, if she acts like a plank of wood, I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure it's absolutely true. But you guys remember? Did any of you guys see the Man of Steel movie? The one that they were afraid to call it Superman because they hate Superman, but it's the one where Superman fought Zod. Do you guys remember that one?
I am fully aware of that movie. Yes.
Well, guess what? Now Zod's back, and Supergirl needs to kick his butt. Isn't that nice? Aren't you looking forward to that?
Of course. Naturally.
Yeah. Well,
because,
there it is. I just described the trailer
guy.
right there. Right. I just described the trailer. So
Great.
that was. And by the way,
That's
I welcome you to go ahead and watch it yourself. But that's what you're going to see. But he's the worst casting as Flash I have ever seen in my life. He is so far from what the Flash character should be that it's ridiculous.
He's a teenage cuck, and no, I don't give a damn.
And you can tell it's not like he's acting like. But the thing with movies these days, they don't hire people for their acting abilities. So when you watch it, he's not acting like Barry Allen, the character. He's acting like Ezra Miller. So he's acting like a spoiled little brat who's got everything his way, and he just smarts off to everybody. Because that's all that Hollywood makes him.
Right, because that's exactly what the Flash is. a spoiled little brat. Not
He
an
is.
actual man who's of science and works in a police station. No, he's not a man.
Right. He knows
He's
nothing
a little
about that
child.
stuff. Right. He is. He knows
Right.
nothing about that stuff. And let's not mention how shitty the suit looks. It's like the worst Flash suit they've ever made. And what's with
It
electricity?
looks like a whole bunch of aluminum foil cups that just got all glued together.
With the fake padding underneath, because the fake padding, the fake muscles is the most obvious thing. When they made Superman the movie in 1978, Christopher Reeve, when they hired him, was skinny, and they said, "Well, we're going to suit you up with some suit pad or some pads and fake muscles." He said, "No, no,
And
no."
He said
they
no,
hired, right,
and he went and
they hired
worked
David
out
Prowse.
with a bodybuilder.
Right.
Yeah,
David Prowse, the guy who played Darth Vader, right? He went out and he crunched it, as they say.
Christopher
And, in
Reeve
fact,
actually spent 6 months bulking up for the role of Superman.
Right, and so much so that by the time he had bulked up, they had to go film the earlier scenes over again because he had changed so much. So this crap these days, when we got this sissy Batman, and now we have this cuck Flash, it's like, no, I do not accept it. I don't care what they say.
Well, I'm wondering, because they're doing all the gender swapping and stuff, I'm wondering if Wonder Man is coming out pretty soon.
Don't be surprised. And of course, can you guess? It'll be It'll be trans, right? It'll be Wonder Man.
Well, yeah, of course.
Wonder Man question mark? Wonder they?
Wonder Man.
What was the name of that DC diversity thing group that they came up with that made headways a couple months back or last year sometime? It was something from
I don't
DC.
remember. Something like the Cut Committee or something like that.
It was something from DC, and it was like, you have to be
Tony Nasser.
freaking
John
kidding me.
Wesley Shipp is
Right,
the
Tony
Flash.
West.
You are absolutely
Tony Nasser
correct.
nailed it, and he could still play the Flash better than what we're getting now. I totally agree, Tony.
Exactly.
The only reason why that,
and what is
right,
he,
the only
60
reason why
now, right? And
at
he's
least
still better.
that suit was 10 times better. That suit is what the Flash should look like. And the only reason why it was canceled because the budget was just so high, the network refused to pay it. And the special effects were great. They actually spent time of filming everything in regular speed and then speeding it up like they won't do anymore. Now it's all CGI. It looks like crap. Oh, just CGI and add a blur. There, we're done.
Oh, and Ezra Miller, when he runs, he doesn't actually look like he's running. It's like he's flopping his legs back and forth.
It looks like he's on a treadmill running at slow motion. And they're speeding up the film.
Anyway.
And it doesn't help,
matter.
like I said, it doesn't help that he's not physically fit. He's just some stupid skinny guy who walks like a woman, talks like a woman.
It's going to lose money, and we all know it.
We all know that the only reason why he was hired is they said, look, he checked so many boxes that he's cancel proof. So that's the only reason why he got the job.
You got that.
And we all know that even DC, we've all seen how DC announced that they dumped everything from the past. So no more Black Adam, no more Wonder Woman, none of the other stuff. But they said that they're still going to release the Flash. But notice they're not going to continue with Flash.
Release the Flash,
right? But they haven't announced that they're going to continue with that.
They may make a little bit of money off of it. I doubt it, though. I think they're going to lose money on it.
They'll
cover at least some of the production cost.
Well, they'll get some money back because you got to remember that at least half the population don't know about all the behind-the-scenes drama. Oh, we do. We know about the court and him being a child molester and everything else, but majority of people don't know that. So they'll get the first tickets in that first week, and they'll say, "Oh, it stinks," and then it'll drop off like usual. But most people aren't aware of it. Remember now. Yeah. Remember, think of all the money that Warner Brothers is investing to keep this out of the press.
You know what?
Most people, when you say, "Hey, what do you think about Ezra Miller?" They're going to say, "Who's that?" But obviously, I can guarantee you, Warner Brothers, they have no intention of making anything with him moving on. They're just dumping this out because they invested so much money into it, they can't afford to cancel it like they did the Batgirl and this stuff.
They need to recover at least some of the money they spent on this garbage.
Yes. Right. So I don't think it's connected with anything in the future, right? I don't think it's. In fact, they've already said they've announced their slate of further TV shows and movies, and none of them involve the Flash, or anybody in the Flash movie. Oh, that's right. They are going to have a new Supergirl series, aren't they? Or movie, but I don't know if it's going to be with this Supergirl or not. Hopefully not.
Why would they do a different Supergirl series? Oh, Supergirl, not Superwoman or Super.
Right,
whatever.
Supergirl Kara, the cousin who was on the police of asteroid, right, who survived the explosion from Krypton, right?
Yeah.
Except this time, of course, modern audiences, she's going to be more jaded. You know what that means? She's going to be a Velma, another Velma. Yeah. And we all know what that means, right? Velma, the word Velma has replaced the word Karen.
Oh my God, has it really?
Right.
In
pretty
some
much. If you're wondering what the worst,
yeah.
right. If you're wondering what the worst thing out there that a female can become, then I would say Velma tops at least in my opinion, just tops the charts.
You know what? If I have to say, if Ryan Roger Athay is saying that Velma
not upset, Jack's Law, nothing to be upset about,
then
that
is the end of. I cannot believe that they're still allowing that show to air. And they're still doing it by the week.
Yes.
They're not even. It's like, okay, just dump all the episodes.
Yep.
Let us get it over with. No, they're still doing it by the week. Are you kidding me?
They greenlit a second season.
I am so glad that it's only 8 episodes, for God's sake. Because honestly, if they were doing 24 episodes like they used to back in the day, it would be just like these writers, their heads would explode going, oh no, I need to write 24 scripts and they're all crap.
Right. But remember, they've already greenlit the second season.
Let's see.
Even though it actually depicts,
we can actually make happen. Really?
Right.
Okay.
It's unbelievable the things they're showing. They're even showing like naked kids that are like underage. I mean, it's like they're totally going for the worst common denominator in everything we've never thought. 10 years ago, if you'd have asked, you never would have believed.
I do believe that there's supposed to be 16-year-old girls in that locker room that were showering naked. 15-year-old girls. Okay.
Yeah, they explained them as 15.
Wonderful.
Right.
Wonderful. Yeah, way to go, the writer of that show. Congratulations on your. You're allowed to do it because you're a woman writing the show. Is that why you're allowed to show
and a minority
from a 15-year-old girl?
Wait, she's a woman and she's fat and a minority. That's 3 tick boxes right there. The character Velma is based on the writer. She even looks like her. Did you guys see the new clips coming out for the next episode where Fred's mother is laying dead and covered in blood, and Velma is twerking in the blood? Have you seen that?
No, I have not seen it.
Yeah, it is. It's true. Fred, you guys remember Fred, who's now gay and a cuck? Well, apparently there's an episode where his mother's dead, covered in blood, and Velma is covered in the mother's blood and twerking in it and smiling and celebrating.
You know, I remember a time when a man was a man. Wait, when did that stop happening? I'm wondering.
About 10 years ago.
Apparently, Fred is not a man. Fred is a soy boy.
Yeah.
Who can't cut his own food.
Right. He's a rich asshole, right? And all this, and Shaggy is an idiot, and Black Eye, and right. And the Mystery Machine is a creep mobile. It's used for pedos, is what they're saying.
Oh, wonderful. Wonderful.
Yeah, isn't that lovely? Obviously, this show is made by
absolutely
Scooby-Doo
love
fans, right?
Love what they're doing to Scooby-Doo.
By the way,
Legacy
Bill,
is absolutely pristine now.
yeah, Jack Slaw's right, Bill. You want us to talk about something else?
No, we're good.
Okay.
We're good.
I don't want to upset you, Bill.
No, I'm good.
But let me ask you guys this. Out of all the movies that are supposedly coming out on the horizon, Indiana Jones 5, The Flash, whatever, Ant-Man, is there any movie you guys think?
Fast 10, Fast Furious 10.
Yes. Is there any movie
I'm excited for Fast 10.
That's what I was going to ask.
Looks amazing.
That's one movie. Okay, I was going to ask if you guys were looking forward to any of them. How about you, Mr. CCDV?
I don't believe Dune's second half is coming out.
No, it's not going to come out.
It is. It's set for a November 3rd release of this year.
Are you sure?
Now,
are they already filming it?
Okay.
It's filmed. It just
okay.
I saw recently that it's set to release on November 3rd. It may get pushed back another year.
Okay. I'm looking.
Then I'll watch the first half.
Second half.
When the second one comes out, I'll watch the first one.
Fair enough. Honestly, if you're willing to sit down for 6 hours worth of movie, it's worth waiting for the second one to come out and then just watch them back to back.
That's what I'm planning on doing, right? Because I don't want to have it end halfway through and then. Because I honestly doubted too much that there was going to be a sequel, so I thought it would be a waste of time to watch the first half. But if I see it's actually released and it's in my hands, sure, I'll watch them both.
All right. Yeah, it made such a huge splash, the first half of the movie, because it was so very close to the book.
Yeah, but the fans liked it, but it struggled at the box office. It barely made a profit. And did you guys see that list that came out last week of the most pirated shows of 2022? It had the most pirated shows, TV shows, and movies. Did you guys see that?
I did not see that list, no.
Well, they were talking about sometimes Hollywood gauges the popularity of movies and shows based on the popularity on pirating. So the number one movie, for example, downloaded was Spider-Man Far From Home, which reflects the box office and how big it was, right? Dune was nowhere on the list.
Oh, really?
Right.
Well, honestly, it's a niche market, okay? It's not.
It is, and I hope it does well. I don't want to say anything, bad about it or hope it does bad or condemn it. I hope it does do well. It's just that it's fighting a lot of odds, is what I'm saying.
Well, yeah, and true science fiction like Dune is very difficult to deal with. I mean, you're talking about superhero movies have been the thing for the last 15 years, and everybody's going, "Yay, superhero movies, yay!" And now you see a real science fiction movie, and everybody goes, "I don't get it."
Right, that's the problem. Yes, exactly. And I don't, but in my opinion, my personal opinion, it seems like now that everything's done with CGI, it's gotten to where all movies look the same. But that's just my opinion. I get bored. When I tried to watch Black Adam, I can't make it through 5 or 10 minutes because it's just like my eyes just gloss over because it's just a CGI fest. I don't really see any actual characters or good acting that stand out.
I am falling asleep more often during movies these days. Yeah. I was like, okay. Well, I guess I'll just fall asleep.
The way movies are made now is you watch them, you consume them, and you move on to the next one. You don't reflect on it. In the old days, when a good movie or TV show came out, it was so great. All you did was want to talk about it with everybody, and you would talk about it for a long time. But those days are long gone. Long gone.
Yeah, you're right though. It is consume product and move on to next product, and there's really nothing really valuable to talk about on shows these days. But
No, and I wanted to mention Thomas Potts is right. Dune Part 1 budget was 160. Well, I'm assuming you're right. Dune Part 1 budget was 165 million. It made 402 million. But remember now, movies these days have to make 2 or 3 million at least to make their money back, including advertising, which usually equals the cost of the budget of the movie. Now, if we have advertising, let's see just for example, the movie cost 165 million to produce, and then you spent 165 million as equal to advertise it. Right there, you used up almost at 402 million. So that's what I'm saying is that it barely made a profit. Right, Bill, you should have called it the Super Bowl stream.
What?
You should have called it the Super
that's
Bowl
right.
stream.
It
Philip
should have
was
been
right.
called the Soup or Bowl stream.
The Super Bowl.
The Super Bowl, but we're not talking about the Super Bowl.
Yeah, well, yeah. A little bit too late.
And you know what's funny, Thomas?
Yeah.
Thomas says it also came out during COVID restrictions. You know what's funny, Thomas, is I sometimes find myself sailing on the high seas. And I obtained Dune, a year or two ago, whenever it came out, I bet it. But I couldn't get through like 5 minutes of it thinking, well, I don't know if there's ever going to be a sequel. I don't know if they're ever going to be able to finish this story. So I have it, but only if I know I'm going to see the whole story. Even though I know there are like 5 books. But,
if they only finish the first novel, I'm cool with that. I really am.
Me too, exactly.
The second novel is a lot more difficult to deal with. You're talking about the Children of Dune, God Emperor of Dune, etc., etc., etc. And so,
Hail Hopcast.
Yeah, you just
Hello, Housecast.
it would take forever. I mean, and honestly, people are not that interested in it because it really is a niche market. Like if you've read the novels, then you absolutely want to see the movie. And if you have not read the novels, then you just want to see the action adventure stuff. Well, you don't actually understand what's happening in the movie. It's like you might as well just go watch Kyle MacLachlan play Paul Atreides, you know.
Well, you know, another thing that but another thing that I have an issue with, like I said, I did watch the first 5 or 10 minutes of the new Dune. Is I didn't like the casting. I don't like the people they hired. I think that it seems like every movie we're seeing now is by the same group of like 10 actors, and it's getting old. I want to see some new faces.
Fair enough.
So when I see that, right. So I started seeing and I'm like, oh no. It's like nah. It's like no. I don't know, but that's my opinion. It's just my opinion. I want to see some new faces. I'm tired of these same people over and over and over.
What's his name from the Star Wars movie? What's his name?
David Bautista from Guardians of the Galaxy.
David Bautista.
No.
Yeah.
And I think that gay guy, Timothy Chalamet or whatever, he seems like he's in everything now. Good God.
Tim Chalamet is in everything now. I was talking about
screw him. He's the new Willy
pilot,
Wonka. It's like piss on him.
On Star Wars. What's his name?
Poe,
right?
Poe Dameron is
right. He played Apocalypse in the X-Men movie, right?
No.
What? No.
Yeah,
he's
he played Poe in the Star Wars movies, right?
No, I don't think so. Yeah,
and now he's in this new series.
Well, Poe in the Star Wars movies, whatever his name is, right? He's the one that plays Duke Leto Atreides. Okay?
Right. I'm sure you guys in the chat know who we're talking about.
He did a fantastic job.
I can't think of his name right now.
Right, but he did play Apocalypse in one of the last Fox X-Men movies.
Did he really? I didn't know that. Well, he's covered in blue makeup, so I guess it wouldn't really matter anyway.
Yeah. Is it Isaac something? Isaac?
That's it. Yeah, it's Isaac something. Yeah, it is him.
Isaac something. Fuck is his name?
I know it's not Isaac Hayes.
No.
Oscar Isaac. That's it. Thomas has
Oscar Isaac.
Right. So we're all talking about the same guy, right?
Yeah.
Right. When I saw him, I was like, "Oh God, are you serious?"
They call him Drunken Ira Hayes. He won't answer anymore. Not the whiskey drinking Indian or the Marine that went to war. Right. Wrong, Isaac. I'm sorry.
No, that's okay. There's a lot of Isaacs out there. At least it's not Isaac Newton.
Isaac Asimov, which they bastardized his story on
The robot
iTV or whatever it's called, the Apple TV thing. Unbelievable.
Nothing is sacred anymore. Nothing is sacred anymore. They're ruining everything. That's their intent, is to go after every single IP and popular. Because obviously, why? They can't make their own, and they know that. We all know that. They know it. We know it.
Right. They can't come up with their own ideas, so they steal someone else's idea and fuck it over.
That's what it
Well,
they use it as a platform to get their
the
agenda
new
across.
Indiana Jones
Starring Fleabag.
Jones. Oh, see, I saw a few
Yeah.
seconds of the new trailer,
No,
and it's
just-
like
you're right though. Call it Fleabag Jones.
Mm-hmm. Well,
Of course.
Kathy, what's Kathy bitch something or other. Out
Kennedy.
to destroy, out to destroy every male character.
Of course.
She
You know,
is
I
she
understand-
totally hates men.
Yeah, all
She
they
totally
hire
hates
now-
it.
Well, that's
and
just it.
and
All they
that
hire are
bullshit where
activists
she came out with the shirts that says the force is female. She said that was her claim that was just for a Nike thing.
I
Bullshit.
totally understand.
That's her whole
I totally
agenda.
understand I totally understand everybody's problem in Hollywood today, because I had an original thought once and it really hurt a lot.
Hmm.
No, the thing is they're activists. That's why they're hired. They're political feminists, and that's why they're hired, because that's exactly what the studios want.
They're
Push
activists.
It's like they've taken over Hollywood.
They have. Down to every
And
level, from up top all
they're
the way
just-
down to the bottom.
They're just out to destroy every male ever. And so it's all going to be female. It's like
Yep.
they're trying to take over the whole world and do their own thing,
And they're winning.
their own
They're winning.
ideals.
And they're winning.
Oh, bullshit. How much longer is this bullshit in this woke
They have some
world going to continue?
They have some
can't
very
last.
deep pockets.
It
Hold on.
cannot last.
They're
I
getting
mean,
their funding from
how-
from BlackRock and other big organizations. They have very deep pockets. They knew going in that this was going to be a long, bloody, expensive war, and they knew that. So they're not going to dip out easily. So there's, as it
my
stands right
biggest
now,
problem
there's
is
no
that-
intention of them
My
turning
biggest
around.
problem is that they're targeting children, right? Like,
Yes.
so children who are 4, 5,
They're
6, 7,
indoctrinating.
8
Told
years
ya.
old. They're indoctrinating
Hello,
the children
Hoffcast.
on all this.
Hello,
What's
Hoffcast.
up?
So
Hoff
yeah.
and done.
Hey,
Half and done tonight. You got
what's
a
up?
pair.
Wow.
Done, half and
Good to
done.
see you guys.
Hi guys.
Good to be back. How's
Very
it going?
cool.
We're just joining in. I haven't really heard much of what you're talking about.
Right. Well, what they're doing is like, in fact, I was watching Midnight's Edge a special the other day, and they're about Disney Plus and some new shows. They're obviously outright indoctrinating kids, and all we can do is pray and hope that parents are smart enough to see it and turn it off and cancel it. But I don't know. I think they're dumb, because of all things in the world, when think about this, guy, just ask you this. If I was to ask you this, by the way, I'm a retired teacher, and I saw this up front. Whenever you want to just babysit kids and put them in front of a TV and then walk away for hours, what do you put on? Disney.
Disney.
And they know that.
Yeah.
They know that. And that's
Yeah,
what
there's
they're
this-
using.
There's this whole thing where there's a theory where like the first 15 minutes of a Disney show or like child programming would boil down to like the parents see that as like a good kind of thing for the first 10-15 minutes, and then like it boils down to like they walk away from it. They have other things to do. They gotta cook, clean, take care of laundry, whatever their job is. And after that 10 minutes of you think that's being a good conversation, good like content for Disney, as soon as you walk away from that, bam, right there indoctrinating kids.
If it does make you guys feel any better, my kids that I deal with on a daily basis, they kind of get ignored or they get really bored with that stuff pretty quickly. So they don't want to sit down and watch it. They
That's
just
probably because
keep
they're
getting
being
back
preached
up.
to, right? When you say it's like being preached
No.
to, because now
Yeah. there's no kind
when
of-
we were kids and growing up, it was about telling a fun, engaging story, and now it's just preached to. You're being preached to about how you need to accept this
Well,
and accept that and accept this.
it's also the 30-second attention span. Like
Yes.
if you can't make someone entertained in 30 seconds, then it's over with. You're done.
ADD
And
used to
so-
be like a thing that was prescribed or like diagnosed to children where they can give them Ritalin. And that's really scary because I believe us as people who watch the news have ADD nowadays, where every 4 hours there's a different news cycle of some kind of craziness. Not UFOs now. You know, what's going on? Like,
Everybody's got ADD.
Well, the difference
Yeah,
is,
kids
well,
are-
hold on. The difference is originally, every now and then, I'll give you, I don't know the exact numbers, but let's say that 1 out of every 10 kid would be, it's ADHD. And 1 out of every kid would be, 1 out of every 10 kids, for example, would be diagnosed with ADHD. Now it's like 8 out of every 10. You could think social
You
media
know,
and TikTok.
I
for
have
that.
to say,
You can think,
Hoff and Dunn, you guys look cool. You don't look as cool as I look, but you
oh,
look
they're
cool.
styling. They got their
I
glasses.
mean, well, you know, the thing is,
You
you
didn't
know,
have to try too hard.
class sees class. So I mean,
There you
cheers
go.
to you, brother. Class sees class.
Real, recognized,
Mhm.
real.
Mm-hmm.
No.
But I
You
can
just
tell
have
you,
shades on. The shades takes it up. another
Mr.
level.
CDV, I saw your checkered floors you're building on Twitter.
Oh, you follow
got
me
that
on the
finished up? Yeah,
Twit,
I follow you.
okay.
I follow you. I'm yeah, surprise.
Right on. Yeah. Oh, the vinyl tile, it actually took me 3 days to do it, which is wild, right? Like it should have been 1 day and done. It took me 3 days to do it. I was like, okay, fine, whatever. But I got it done. I got the refrigerator moved in. I'm really happy. So just knock out another wall and paint the walls in the dining room, and I'm all set. So
I was
yeah,
actually
just a few
really
more
like
projects to
impressed.
do, and
Dude, the progress went really fast. You went from like 3 tiles on a floor to a whole place being built, like in 5 days. I was like, wow.
yeah. Well, it looks fast when you see it on the twit.
Obviously, yeah.
Takes a lot of hours. Yeah.
Yeah.
There was a whole lot of
It
beer
days.
involved.
Cheers. Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Thanks for
Yeah.
having our crazy
Every couple
asses
of
on
days
tonight.
I'd have to go back to the store for some reason or other, and yeah, like every time you do a renovation project, it's like, okay, I need this, that, and the other thing, and you go get this, that, and the other thing. It turns out you need 18 other things as well.
Oh
So
yeah, you got the
you're
wrong
constantly
size
going back to the
screws.
hardware store.
Yeah, the wrong size screws, the wrong sized everything, and then you got to
Uh-huh.
recut it. And it's
Exactly.
just like, yeah.
I used to change semi-trailer brakes and do like rivets on the walls of the trailer, like semi-trailers. That was crazy.
That's riveting.
It is riveting.
That is riveting.
It's hard fucking work, though, changing those brakes. You got to crowbar shit and pop it off there and fucking heat shit up with a torch. That ain't for me.
Dude, me and Dunn are like those guys in the balcony of the Muppets. What?
Two old people?
Yeah, they're 2 old
That's what I
guys.
said when I
That's
first
like-
got here.
yeah,
We're just old
yeah.
men right now.
There you go.
Right, 2 old men.
That's what we're like, you know.
hey guys, I'll be right back. I'm gonna let my dogs out.
I played Army
Who
for a
let the
while,
dog
in case you guys didn't know it, right? So I did play Army for a while. So I broke brakes, and a semi-trailer actually had to take a cargo bed off of a Hemet and replace the wood underneath it, and then put the cargo bed back down on it. That was fun. So yeah, I totally understand breaking tires and breaking brakes and doing all that stuff.
swinging
Drum breaks,
hammers.
big old drum
You know
breaks.
that
Yeah.
hat, dude.
It's pretty badass.
That hat.
Dude, I thought it was CGI, honestly.
No, that's a real ass
I
hat
thought
right
it was CGI.
there.
It is. It's a real Stetson. It's a real first Cav Division Stetson with the real NCO
Oh,
line on
I'm
it.
jelly. I'm jelly. I'm a little jelly.
Oh.
Thanks for being nice to
Oh,
my
stupid.
buddy Dunn here. I know it's
What?
normally just me. I said thanks for being nice to my buddy Dunn here. I know
Thanks
he
for
doesn't
being
normally
nice.
show up. We haven't hung out for a while. But me and him are kind of like a duo, you know. And when we do these things, we come
We do 'em-
together.
Yeah, we do them hard.
That's right.
These things we do.
Right on.
Dude,
I'm
I'm glad I can be
let's see,
here.
the
It's
last
awesome.
video.
This is exciting.
The last video I did, most of the videos on my channel, I had a group of people, five or six people that were helping me make videos. But the last video I did, I had to do by myself. And so I was like holding a gun in my hand with the camera right here and going, you know, shooting the gun. And then showing myself on the other side of the room going, getting shot by the gun and stuff. It was weird. I've never edited a video together like that before. It was so much fun, though. It was.
Who
fun.
was the
It
dude
was fun
shooting
to
you?
do.
It was him.
Who was the dude?
It was
shooting-
him.
Were you shooting yourself?
It was.
Yes.
I was shooting myself. Yeah.
Yes.
Darn
I
it.
used a different.
Okay.
Why
voice.
did you call
used
me?
a
I would have shot
different
you for free.
Hey, you know what, Bill? You can pull up the video if you want to. Just bring it up.
Mm.
Yeah, it turns out notebooks actually do stop bullets. I showed the video. I was right.
I don't know it. I don't know. Where's this video? I don't know. Where's that?
Jedi Bill, those shades are just fire, dude.
Oh, those are
Those
sweet.
shades are freaking fire. Man.
Looks like
Yeah.
it's got a laser up in there.
I'm jelly.
Yeah. They're Oakley
Sweet.
style. They're even interchangeable lenses too.
Oh,
Yeah. They're the old style.
Dang!
Those are
Yeah.
badass.
you're about to get behind the wheel of a NASCAR?
Or a big boat, a big fast boat. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, I am so sleepy, and I'm gonna hit the hay. So it was good seeing you guys.
Hey,
And,
Mr. CCD.
Jedi Bill,
Later, Mr. CCDB.
don't forget,
Have a good
Yeah.
night, man. Rest peacefully.
beer is good for
Good
soup.
night. Cheers. Yep. Not a sponsor. No, not a sponsor. Mm. They should be, though. They should be.
I don't know if I should be a sponsor for these. Couldn't imagine.
Give it up
Like
to the
water.
What? Did you guys
it's
watch
just-
the old Super Bowl?
Ooh,
Yeah, well, like, there's a whole issue with that between me and him. Like, I was
I
at a
watched the
Super Bowl
first half,
party.
Yeah.
I was at a Super Bowl party, and I haven't seen him in like a couple months. And he was like, "I can come by tonight." And I was like, "Okay, I'll leave the Super Bowl party because I don't watch football that much, but I have friends that do." So I was at a party, but tonight I left the party to be with my buddy Don, and I was like, "Hey,
Here
let's
we are.
let's see what's going on online." You know, we were hoping, Jedi Bill, you were doing karaoke, honestly, because we've been singing and playing music all night. But
Nah,
Excellent.
no karaoke tonight.
what days is that? Specifically? Do you have
Wednesdays
to
and
routine?
Saturdays.
Wednesdays and Saturdays. Okay.
Wednesdays and Saturdays.
Hear that?
Mm-hmm.
It's always based off mountain time because I'm the mountain time zone. We don't ever change our clocks here in Arizona. So, yeah.
Like you don't do hour back, hour forward?
Nope. Nothing.
Yeah,
What?
There's a specific spot in Arizona that they don't do that.
No,
Yeah,
all
they
of
don't do
Arizona.
it.
All of Arizona.
all
we
of
don't.
it?
We don't.
All of it?
All of Arizona.
Okay, I'm going to Arizona.
Because we get
Dude.
so much sunlight here anyway.
Wow.
We don't need no stinking daylight
Dude,
savings
I
times.
hate that stuff, dude. It's such a mind f. You know that like
It is.
As soon as you get an hour taken away from you or given to you, it's like it just like you. It takes a while to get settled back into it. You know, like it's not easy.
Yeah.
It's not easy. Routine is vital.
Why do they do it? Is it necessary?
Farmers,
Daylight savings time.
something about farmers, but farmers don't even like it.
I mean, you would just adjust the
Yeah.
light. I mean, naturally, if you were living in a fucking log
Yeah.
cabin in the woods with a sundial,
Yeah,
yeah, we can't do
you don't
that.
have to affect the whole
We
world.
can't do that as a culture because you got to know what time it is.
Use a sundial. That's, I mean,
How do you feel? Is this like the kind of podcast you would talk about time? Like, how do you feel about time? Backwards, forwards, future, past, all of that.
I don't know if it is, but
Uh,
throwing it out there.
We've talked about it all here on the soup. Black holes, you name it.
Black holes,
is
son.
black holes is kind of a touchy subject, but you know.
I don't really know about black holes. I do believe there's maybe portals of time warps or whatever.
Yeah. And the time paradoxes.
So, can I tell you a crazy story? You want to hear?
Sure.
something? So one night, me and a friend and this girl, we were intoxicated smoking weed. Okay, we were smoking marijuana, and we were driving out these backcountry roads. Okay, Southern Ohio backcountry roads, and all the houses in the church was boarded up. Okay, like moonlight. We got there, stopped. Church was boarded up. Windows were boarded up. Doors were boarded up. We kept driving. All the houses looked like really run down and like they were just falling apart, or they had some barns were burnt down and stuff. And then that morning ended. We went back there sometime later and everything was fine, except there were still a couple rundown barns, but nothing like it was before. Like the church was there, but it wasn't boarded up or anything. And most of the houses looked in okay shape, but some of them still looked really shitty. But that was pretty wild. Could be attributed to the marijuana. Possibly.
Yeah. I don't know. I've heard about getting paranoid from, but nah.
All right, looks like Mr. CCTV is gone and Hobbs
Yep.
stepped out.
Yeah.
Ops here somewhere.
Yeah, when we stepped out, you got to use the bathroom sometime.
They asking?
Yeah. Well, I just said you stepped out. Had to take the dog out.
No, I mean, had to step out for a second.
That happens from time to time.
So what's been on your guys' minds?
And if I can respond real quick, Bill, can you pull that up again? Jack's Law's last comment. Jack's Law says, I keep thinking how much fun it would be to just get some GoPros and mics that will work on a bike and talk to myself as I go like my thoughts. Well, I bought all that. I've got a full 360-degree GoPro type camera with microphones and everything I bought for last year, my trip to LA. And they're extremely fun, but don't get a GoPro brand. They have trouble with overheating. So you want to get the one that I have, which is a better brand. Let me look at it. Here we go. It's the Insta360 X. They have a new X3 out now, but it's a great. It's just like the GoPro. It's modular. It's very durable. It's very strong. You can throw it in the water, but it doesn't overheat like the GoPros. The GoPros are having a big problem with that. So yeah, I just wanted to mention that. Sorry, go ahead, Bill.
No, that's cool. Yeah, I recently watched some of your videos when you went to in LA and did filming locations. That's pretty cool.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, that's right. You watched the House 2 video, right, Bill?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's the one where when I don't know if you could tell, but I'm holding up my camera on a stick as I walk along because of the fence. Right, that was the.
So I noticed that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the new camera I'm just talking about. The Instacam is 360 degrees.
They also used it in American Horror Story. That show on what network is that show on?
Yeah, a lot of professional stuff. Oh, the house, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's so.
Yeah, I think so. But it's right in the middle, like downtown LA, so it's not like it's out in the middle of nowhere.
That's cool.
It's like a very busy street right in front of it.
Yeah, I noticed that.
Not what you expected, is it?
It's a castle house. It's pretty
No,
cool.
I know. What I mean is the fact that it's got a
exterior.
big. I bet you weren't expecting like a big 6-lane, big street in front of it.
Oh yeah, no, I noticed how busy it was. It was.
Yeah, they always make it look like a
represent.
smaller street in the movies.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, I also shot the Bradbury Building. I need to get that posted. The Laurel and Hardy Steps and a bunch of others ones that I taped and I haven't had a chance to post yet. But I need to get that
What
done.
are the lower and Hardy steps? What's?
You know who Laurel and Hardy are?
Yeah, I know who they are.
Well, it's the episode where they filmed the music box where they were having to get that piano up the stairs. Do you remember that? It's
No.
their most famous short. It's where they have to get this
Okay.
piano up the stairs, and the stairs still exist. They're very old on Vendome Street, but they were actually the
Yeah.
city of LA labeled them the Laurel and Hardy Steps, and there's a plaque at the base that says that with a picture of the boys on it.
Mm.
There you go, Jack's Law. Jack's Law says he'll look it up. Yeah, look it up. And look up, like I said, what I have is the Insta 360. I have the 1X2, but the new version this year is the 1X3. And they have a smaller version too, that which you can get to if you don't need the features that I have. But yeah, they're great. It's a 360 camera. The way it works, like Bill, like when I did the house. Okay,
Yeah.
so it shoots 360 degrees all the way around, up and down, all the way around. And then with the editing process, I can zoom around to any angle I want and then set it to that when I edit the video. So it's really handy instead of having
It makes for some cool filming videos. Yeah,
it does, and you don't have to point
it's
the
like
camera.
it's like you have a little drone circling your head.
It does. It looks like a drone. But what's
Yeah.
great is normally when you're shooting with a camera, you have to point at something and say, "Look at this," and then point at something else and say, "Look at that." Point
Right.
at something else and say, "Look at this." With this, it records the whole 360 degrees. So you just walk along. And then in the editing process is where you can move it around and say, "Look at this, look at that," zoom in, zoom out, do all this fancy stuff. I don't know. I can't recommend them more, but it was an excellent investment.
Mm.
Sorry, Hoff. I don't know. We didn't mean to ignore you guys.
No, we're good. We're actually about to head out because we're about to jam some tunes and everything.
Oh, nice.
We have a whole night. You know, I mean, it's late, but you know, we don't have to be up till late tomorrow. So
there you go.
Right
Jedi
on.
Bill, thank you so much for having us on tonight.
Oh, yeah,
being
no
kinda
worries.
Crazy for a second, man. Really appreciate that, and I love your karaoke streams. I love being on it. Man. Love.
Well, you're
them, dude.
always welcome.
Thank you, dude. Thank you.
Yeah.
Take care, guys. Drive safe.
Oh no, yeah, no one's
safe,
driving. No one's driving tonight. No one's driving.
Yeah,
tonight.
Super Bowl Sunday. Don't
So,
drive
Don't
if
worry
you
about
can.
that.
Yeah.
But yeah. So yeah, peace out.
Take a nap. Yeah.
Later, Hoffendun.
You guys.
Take care, guys. Take care, done.
See
ya.
y'all.
See ya. You
Take
too.
care, guys.
Nice to see you guys.
Uh,
Well, that's cool. It's good to see them on here. I've met Hop before, but that's the first time I've seen Dunn.
mhm.
It sounds like the name's Hop and Dunn. It sounds like a good team.
Yeah. Oh yeah, sounds like a TV show or something. Or
It does,
new
like a cop
a
show
new
or a
action
comedy.
show.
Right. Hop and Dunn. Two tough cops.
It sounds like a
one doesn't
cop
follow the
buddy
rules,
team,
but the other
you
one
know.
follows the book. Right.
One's a good cop, one's a bad cop, but you know, it's a
Right. When you're Hoff, you are done. Right. No
right.
offense to those guys. We're just kidding.
Mm. How's things with you, man?
Pretty good. Been busy.
Mhm.
And in fact, tomorrow I'm going back to work, and then I'll be working a lot, probably maybe another 10 days straight.
Hey, and your channel's rounding around to 200 subscribers. Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. I just topped it. I got like 10 subscribers in the last day or so.
Awesome.
So last I checked it was like 205. So I'm happy for that.
You're on your way. Good.
Yeah, I'm trying to get as much content as possible. I figure when people tune in, they want to see a variety and more, and more and more and more and more.
Yeah.
So that's the whole point. Yeah, you understand. Of course, all people do understand.
Yeah. It's all about
the only thing I found that wasn't really helping is I was watching the algorithms and my viewing time, and I found out that watch parties don't really help because people, when they come back on the rerun, they can't see it, so they don't really stick around. So I kind of dropped doing watch parties.
Yeah.
But I'm mostly trying to produce content and review stuff. You saw that I was doing The Evil Dead, so Tuesday I'll be doing Nosferatu, the 1922 version.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I'm almost done with Star Trek the Animated Series on Monday with Jill. That's tomorrow. In fact, we only got a few more episodes, and I need to figure out what I'm going to do after that. How's Nina doing?
She's good.
Well, great. So, tell me about this power outage you had the other day.
Power outage.
About it was online at some point, and they said you were out of power. Is that right or no? Oh, I guess not. Maybe I misunderstood. Sorry, I misunderstood. Sorry about that.
Oh, I don't.
I probably misunderstood, Bill. It's all good.
Yeah, I think I had a mic issue the other day, but I don't remember power outage.
I have to if I.
Yeah, I did have one of the upfront part of the mobile home, the wall, one part of the wall was out,
Oh, a circuit breaker?
Something like that. We had to have an electrician come out and look at it and fix it.
I want to point out that Big Steve in the chat says, "Are you Pop Culture PB?" I don't know what that is. So I guess not. If that's a person, I guess not. Jack's Law in the chat says, "I still say it should be everyone starts with a wrench. Hey, don't want people to find each other on YouTube. They want it to be hard, and you have to use the other platform. Some people don't want to be wrenches, though. I've learned.
Yeah, some people don't want wrenches. But they should make it so not only just the wrenches can see who other channels are.
Isn't that how it is now?
Where you can click on no.
Wait, so you have to be
if you don't have if you don't have a wrench, you can't see. Click on the ... that shows.
Oh no, that's not.
It goes to their channel.
Yeah, you're right. That's not cool. Everybody should be able to do that.
Yeah. Well, originally they did have it way, then they took it away.
Well, somebody abused it. Then, if that happened, that means somebody abused it and used it the wrong way. What they were probably doing, first thing I think of is they were probably getting in the chat and just going to everyone's channel and complaining about them, or putting negative reviews. What do they call it? Review bombing or something. Because obviously, every time we lose anything, it's obviously because somebody spoiled it and ruined it for everyone. And Big Steve's right. It doesn't stop the abusers. They always find another way, right? That's the whole point.
Yep.
But Bill, there's a fairly good horror movie out. Horror, whatever you want to call it. It's relatively new. I advise you to try it out if you want. It's called Piggy. And I don't know if you use the high C's, but it's out there. It's pretty good. It's a Spanish movie. You can get either the Spanish movie with the English voiceover, or you can get the Spanish movie with the English subtitles. But since it's not an American-made movie, it's pretty good. It's not as predictable. It's a little more interesting. It's not cookie cutter and paint by the numbers like all the horror movies in America are. So, and I know you like horror movies, so I recommend it.
Yeah. Oh, jeez.
It's so rare now we get a good horror movie. I can't think of the last time we got a good one. Sad.
Mhm. Yeah, can't think of one either.
Yeah, when you think about if you ask anybody, when's the last time you saw a really good horror movie? It's like, huh? Right. One where it's not a bunch of teenage girls running around screaming at each other, a bunch of jump scares and flashback sequences and dream where they wake up and everything's normal. I hate all those tropes they have in horror movies. Now they stink. Bring us The Thing. Be more like The Thing. That kind of serious horror. The Exorcist. They're bringing that back, right?
Yeah, I heard.
Yeah. All gender and race swapped.
I just say, this gotta stop. All the male bashing and destroying every male character that ever was.
Yep. And the family. Well, the thing is, they want to destroy the family. That's why the last thing you'll see now anymore is a father and a son relationship. They won't show that anymore. Like a father and like a boy who's like 10, 12. No, it's all fathers with daughters is all they'll show now.
Yeah. I don't know. They got their heads up their butts.
What's hilarious are the actors who are not getting hired, who used to get hired, and they realize, oh no, I'm not getting hired. So they're getting on Twitter and they're announcing about how you need to start following along with what's going on in Hollywood and how they support the femininity and all that kind of stuff. Like the guy that plays the Hulk and Simon Pegg and many other actors are doing that now. They're realizing that no one's hiring them. So they're getting on there and making announcements about how much they agree with the far left. Is it getting them jobs? No.
Mm-hmm.
So, Bill, how long is this stream going to go on?
Probably not longer. I think I've got to step away, and then I can't man the controls if I'm away.
Man, this ship.
I need to step away. So
no, I understand. I need to eat some dinner here eventually. It's going on 11 o'clock for me. What is it, 12 for you, or is it?
Yeah, it's just about midnight. I wish I could keep going, but
I wish I could do like Cockney Spock or Cockney Captain Finity does. He just gets on, brings on people to the panel and says, "Okay, guys, see you later," and lets his people run it for 4 or 5 hours. But it works for him, I guess.
Yeah, well, I need somebody who can man controls and whatnot.
Right, you need a co-producer or whatever it's called. And
Big Steve, I'm looking for a co-host.
Yeah, exactly. And Big Steve says abandoned ship. Yeah. And I wanted to say, too, because I do have to go. I need to eat some dinner, and I have to work in the morning. So I wanted to say hello to everybody in the chat. Big Steve, Jack Slaw. Let's see who else, because you guys are really cool guys. I've never seen you guys before. So I'm Pop Culture, and it's nice to meet you. And it was good to talk to Mr. CCDB again and Thomas Potts. Yeah. Good old Thomas Potts. I always see him over on Berto Praise channel.
Yeah.
David Quintana. Oh, that's right. Philip Gaming was there. Philip Gaming is so cool.
Yeah, Philip Gaming.
Yeah, the guy's like a movie star compared to us, right?
Yeah, he's been in some Marvel projects.
He was in the Orville.
Yeah.
Right, we can't blame him, right? As long as he's getting work, that's what's important.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then he had to get a real job like everybody else. So.
Oh, well, he's a nice guy. I'm sure he had no problem doing that.
He just does it like part-time now. Which is fine,
Absolutely. You got to do whatever you got to do to pay the bills, huh?
Yeah.
So, Bill, I'll be keeping in touch. I'll try to stop by your next stream, which is probably going to be karaoke. I see what you do the most now.
Yeah, well, I'll probably do another soup tomorrow night.
Well, if you do and I'm awake, I'll stop on like tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah, the karaoke, I can only partake when there's nobody else home. Otherwise, these walls are like paper and they can hear everything, and I don't want to embarrass myself. I only embarrass myself in front of you guys. No offense.
No, that's okay. No worries.
All right. So thank you, everybody in the chat. It was such a
Yeah.
pleasure. Please send to my channel if you guys like sci-fi, Star Trek, horror,
You can put the link
comedy,
in the
GI.
chat.
Uh,
You have a wrench here, so
yeah, I got to see if I can figure that out. I'm not used to doing that. I usually mention my channels when I'm on another channel, but I don't usually have it in because I don't usually actually plug it. Okay, but I'll put. Well, I have to. Wait a minute. I'm sorry. I have to go back. I'm sorry. You see, well, at least you can do one thing for sure is you know that I didn't come here just to plug my channel because otherwise I'd have had everything all set up. I actually have to go do a few steps. Some people do that. They go on the chat just so they can just plug their channel over and over and over. And I'm like, seriously, dude?
yeah.
I'm waiting for it to refresh. I had to like fast forward to my channel and then back to this. All right, here we go. Check. Yeah, I don't know if you've seen Bill, but I posted just recently Star Trek, the original series bloopers. I don't know if you're into Star Trek or not, but it's out there if you want to.
Yeah.
There's my channel, guys, if you want to check it out. I don't have a big fancy channel name like most people, but I'm working on it. Maybe one of these days, whatever it takes.
You got a cool name behind you. That's all you need.
Oh, wow. Big Steve also posted it. Thank you, Big Steve. That's very kind. But yes. All right. Take care, everybody. Drive safe. I know a lot of you guys, we're going through a winter right now, and it's dangerous in some areas. So be very careful. And Bill, thank you again, and say hello to Nina for me.
I will. Yeah. All right. Good night, Pop Culture. Take care.
Good night. Bye-bye, everyone.
Yeah. Sadly, I have to step away, and I'd like this show to continue, but I have to step away, and I'll be away from the computer for a while, so that's too much long of silence. So I'll just say goodnight and end the show here. And I do these a couple times a week. I'm gonna get back into doing more of them. As always, I do karaoke on Wednesdays and Saturdays. Do a Western stream on Western Cinema on Sundays. But until then, thank you all for coming. And we'll see you on the next one. Good night, folks.